second, a minute or two and kind of get into that mindset, right? We want to just prepare the body for movement, regardless of what else. I don't know how many other yoga classes you guys are doing at this point or what other kinds of things. But let me go ahead and grab my stuff. Like I said, if you see me moving weird or whatever, that's, you'll know why. I think I might get a little extra thing for my knees today too. It might help. Just have that ready. And so once you have slowed down your breathing, I'm gonna leave you hanging for a second. I want you to do work on the breathing, but I need to grab one more thing and I'll be right back. All right, the handy dandy knee sleeve or knee support. I do notice that when I have it on, I stay more aware of movements that I shouldn't do mostly. And let's put that on really quick. So, you know, when you have things going on, like, you know, you feel like you need to wear protective gear or, you know, something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think probably long term you wouldn't want to have to always wear it, but maybe you do. You know, if you have things that are not necessarily going to get better, and that you need to always be protective of or aware of, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like for me, I put it on and I'm like, ooh, I can feel it constantly, and it does make me more aware of overbending. I think for now, my overbending is the real problem. So we even did a little hike this weekend, and it was almost all flat, so that was great. Okay, so you've been breathing, you're getting your bodies ready. Now, if you're already getting to the point where you're into the belly breath, right? We're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, but we're getting to the belly. Feel that expansion beyond here. Feel it going up and out and in the back also. And we want to make sure those exhalations are reminding us to let go of tension. We don't need that right now. We really want to work on, we're going to be stretching and strengthening, right? Working on some flexibility and range of motion, balance, all of that, right? But we want to make sure that the body's prepared. So if we can let go of any tension that we brought with us in the morning, including the busy thoughts in the mind, which I will be honest, I have a really hard time controlling that. On those exhalations, just let go. So we're going to start with just the head. Make sure the body is nice and relaxed, like the arms are not too close to the body. You're not pushing them into the mat. Palms are just relaxed, open. Fingers curled in a bit. Maybe the feet have dropped open. On the next inhale, I want you to just tell yourself you're preparing. On the exhale, I'm just going to turn your head one side. Now, I don't want you to shift it so the ear goes directly under you. I just want you to kind of drop over to one side. Now, bring the head back up to the middle on the inhale. Exhale, drop the head to the other side. So just right away, continue that, inhaling on the up, exhaling on turning the head a little bit. And we're just kind of noticing what the range of motion is in our neck. And inhale back up. You're just going to continue that at your own pace. I have wet hair, so it's sticking. That's why I'm moving my head more. But again, just trying to inhale, exhale. We'll do one more each side. Again, doesn't matter if you started right or left. Just always balancing everything out. And then we come back to the middle. And we're going to go ahead and bend the knees now. This is where you're going to see I have a little bit of a discrepancy here. That knee's not going to be in as close, but that's okay. Arms are going to come alongside the body. And again, settle in, focus on the breath. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did with the head. with the knees. So make sure the arms are away a little bit. We don't want to go right next to the body here and getting in the way, but take a breath in to prepare. On the exhale, knees go to the right. And then inhale, bring the knees up. And exhale, go to the left. Now we're going to do that again. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees right. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees left. And you can do the head going opposite on this one if you want, or you can just keep the eyes up. But again, we're not moving the knees and the feet together. We're just allowing each hip and knee to have its own path, right? Right and left last time, or left and right, however you prefer to do it. And then you come back to the middle. Once again, kind of settling in, checking to make sure that as you get into your bent knees pose that you are comfortable. All right. So let's add a little bit of upper body movement on the next breath in. Bring those arms off the mat and reach overhead as far as you can go. And then as you exhale, arms come back to the mat. Don't let them touch the mat until you've completed that breath out. And then inhale, exhale with the arms down. And let's go again. Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, the arms up. What am I saying? Inhale, exhale, bring the arms down. And a resting breath here. So after this, we'll just continue the breathing and the movement. All right, so now inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, right knee to the chest, gentle stretch here. Inhale, arms up, right foot goes down. And exhale, left knee in. So you can hold the leg wherever works for you the best. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, left knee in. We're going to do right and left one more time each before we stay on the right. So we're back to that right knee, pull it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left knee in. So now when we get back to the right, we are going to stay there. So pull that knee in. Try to keep everything else comfortable and as relaxed as you can. You can pull the knee straight in. You can open it a bit to the side. Kind of see how that whole connection is in the right hip. And let's extend the foot and then let the knee bend again. Keep that foot relaxed and extend the foot up. And then bend. I'm going to have to straighten this knee out. Other leg or right foot back up. Now, the problem with the knee brace is it really kind of pushes tight into the calves and it's really uncomfortable when the knee's bent. So I'm going to have my left leg straight, but you should have your left knee bent, foot on the mat to just protect that lower back while we start with the foot and ankle. So we want to flex and point. Again, this is working at your own pace. Really checking in with your body today. I want you to really pay attention to how each thing feels. Each foot, compare each foot. Which one do you feel like you maybe need more work on or less work? Not less work, but we always want to try to do things equally. After you've been flexing and pointing a little bit, start making your way into those ankle circles. But you have to also be honest with yourself sometimes, and instead of just saying like, oh, that's no big deal, or, almost pretending that things aren't hurting, it's really important that you recognize it and acknowledge it and allow yourself to work a little differently, maybe take a step back on certain things. It's not fun, it's frustrating, and there are so many things out of our control, and let's start working the ankle more if you haven't. Sometimes it's like that old joke of like, oh, I threw my back out. What were you doing? Nothing. I was just standing there. Same thing with, knee problems or whatever. Sometimes things just hurt. It's something that you did the day before, 2 days before. imbalances, protections that we don't realize that we're doing, right? Not moving as much. And then let's bend the knee now and work on the right hip. Move the knee around and loosen that hip up. So it doesn't do us any good, and I'm definitely talking about myself as well, to pretend that things are okay. Make sure you move all directions with that knee and hip. Anyway, it doesn't do us any good to ignore things or say it's no big deal, because you don't want it to be a big deal. So if any little thing starts to bother you, just give it a little attention during the day. Little extra stretch, right? You guys have been doing all of this yoga stuff long enough that you know most kinds of movements that you can do for each part of the body. All right, so now we're gonna bend or straighten that right leg up again. You've still got your left knee bent, right? Let's go into a thread the needle stretch. So take the right foot to the left knee and let's just gently press the right knee away. And then you can take your hand off and see where can you get the knee. Does it pop back right away if you take the hand off? If you can press it out with just the leg. And if you still want to add that little hand pressure, you can do that. You can also take your left foot off the mat now if you prefer to get that deeper stretch in the right hip. The left foot's going to come on up and you can hold around that left leg. All right, one more breath here. And then go ahead and bring both feet back down. Let's set it up again, arms alongside the body. Take a full breath in and out. And then the next inhale, bring the arms over the head. Exhale, bring the left knee in. Same thing. Hold the leg where it works for you. Pull the knee in. Same thing. You can kind of open the knee and bring it in a little bit if you like, or you can hold it right here. And extend the left foot up and flex and point at your own pace. Same thing, we're going to start circling that foot around on the ankle. Get as much movement as you can in all directions. And then we'll just extend. And if you want to do that a couple times, just slowly let the leg feel ready. And then we're in that hamstring stretch, and your hands can be anywhere here. Just give it a moment. All right, bend the knee. Let's make bigger circles now for the hip. Again, and you don't have to make it so that you're counting everything. That can make your brain feel a little bit like overstimulated, but just kind of notice that you're doing about the same amount of movements when we have things that we have a couple of different directions we can go. All right, if that hip's feeling a little bit looser now, let's take the left foot, right knee, and then same thing. We're going to do a little pressure with the left hand by just pressing the knee out, seeing how that, if that adds to the stretch you're feeling across the back side. And then when you let go, again, does the knee come way back? Maybe you want to keep the hand there. If you don't need it, press the knee out. Also, option to bring that right foot off the mat. Again, I'm keeping mine all basic right now. Humbling, isn't it, when you can't do all the things that you want to do or think you should do. All right, a couple more breaths here. If your right foot is still up, let's bring the foot down. Come back to that bent knees pose again. All right, let's move the feet and knees a little closer together now. Now we're going to keep the knees together if we can as we go into the twist. You can also offset feet from the center, depending which direction you're going to go, and just make it a little bit easier on the hips and lower back, or you can stay right here in the middle. So start out with that breath in, becoming more aware, right? We've got some purpose. We're going to exhale and drop the knees right, and both shoulders are staying down. And now maybe turning and looking left, or eyes can be up. And then we're going to bring the knees up, inhale, and exhale, drop them to the left. All right, inhale, bring the knees up. Let's bring them into the chest now. Again, letting that lower back get a little bit more stretch as we start to kind of activate by moving. All right, so when we sit up today, we're going to kind of stay facing, we're not going to turn around the mat just yet. So you can roll to your side and come up, or you can rock and come up, but I want you to just extend the legs all the way out. Here's where if you want to sit on a pillow or blanket to get the hips up a little bit, you can. So legs are extended. Make sure that you feel those little sitting bones that are at the back or in the hips, that they feel like they're both equally taking the pressure or the weight of the upper body. All right, sitting tall, shoulders back. Take a breath in and out. Take a breath in, lift the heart a little bit. Exhale, walk out a little bit, hands just a little bit, stay right here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, prepare again, lengthen that spine. Exhale, walk the hands a little further out. So we're just easing into this, trying to keep our spine long before we get into that rounded position, right? Keeping the heart lifted, try to keep the shoulders back. Inhale again, prepare. Exhale, walk a little further. So we're going to do this a couple more times on your own now, and you're going to see where you can get to just ease into that forward bend. So every time you want to move a little more forward, I want you to focus on the inhale and lengthen. And on the exhale, again, we're walking the hands just a little further out, but trying to avoid that whole back rounding. We've got a couple more breaths here, so if you want to go just a little further, you can. And then slide or walk the hands back in. Take a deep breath in and out. On the next inhale, I want you to turn toward the right. Take your left hand across that right knee. Get a little taller as you inhale. Bring the right hand behind you. So an easy twist with the legs extended to the side. Make sure you don't lean toward that right leg, but the spine stays tall. And we rotate and exhale. Just ease into it. You don't have to go very far if you're not ready for that. Inhale again. Exhale, twist. Sometimes when I do this, I feel those little pops in the back. It's like, oh, such a relief. Like you can tell things just get so tight back there. Getting it right now. One more inhale. One more exhale. And the goal on our exhale, inhale first, exhale, turn back to the front. The goal on the exhale, we shouldn't expect that we have to twist a lot deeper every time. A lot of times it's just maintaining the twist. Maybe it's adding just a little bit more of the shoulders or the head, or just working a little deeper here. So let's go the other side. I'm just going to have my back for a moment. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, take your right hand outside the left knee, left hand somewhere behind you to help pull you around, but not support you too much. Inhale again. Exhale, twist. Try to keep the shoulders down, the neck long. Work at your own pace. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. Do a couple more on your own, either maintaining where you are or still working a little deeper. And come back to the front. This time take the arms up, inhale, let's go into our forward bend by reaching those hands toward the ankles, toward the feet, toward the shins, toward the mat. Inhale, exhale, and just work and a little deeper here. All right, now we're going to come out of that. I'm going to have you turn over and come all the way down to your belly. Just turn over right there. We're going to eventually bring our forehead to the mat. I want you to stretch your legs out long. We're going to have let's keep the hands right under the shoulders for now. So bring your forehead down. You want your body to feel long. We want to try to avoid getting tension up here in the shoulders and upper back. So hands are going to stay here, kind of right under the shoulders. And I want you to really focus on pulling your elbows in. All right? Take a breath in and out. On the inhale, you're going to feel your belly pushing into the mat. On the exhale, just relax. Now inhale again. And exhale, relax. Now I want you to engage the core a little bit, and mostly I'm thinking of abdominals here. I want you to lightly contract the belly. But you still need to inhale, lift the forehead and chest up. Keep those elbows in. Easy little cobra here. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift again, cobra, little contraction in the belly. Lift your heart. Don't lift from the lower back. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, exhale here. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Lift the heart a little higher. Can you take one or both hands up for a moment without collapsing everything? Inhale again. Exhale, lower back down. Let's go ahead and bring the arms alongside the body. Keep your forehead on the mat. Bend both knees and roll. Now don't bring the legs together. Keep them apart as if they were in mountain pose. And as you drop the feet and lower legs from side to side, notice what's happening in the legs, right in the thighs. We're feeling a little bit of internal rotation on one, external on the other. And we come back to that neutral position in the middle. So I don't want you to go real fast on these. I want you to go slowly from one to the other. And again, try to keep that forehead down just so our neck stays lined up. All right, two more each direction. Okay, now bring those legs back down. I want you to bring your arms up. You can have them kind of wherever. I guess I have mine kind of like my elbows are straight out in line with the shoulders, and then over here. You might even end up wanting to put one or both hands under your forehead for a little cushion if you don't like your face on the mat. But we're going to do a little half frog stretch. So I'm going to give you my left side first, but I want you to do either side. And you're just going to kind of pull, almost like a tree pose, right? You're going to pull this knee up and try to keep your left foot on the mat. So you can go any level or any spot that feels good. I'm going to keep mine really low today. This is that, again, a little bit of a knee twinge for me. So I'm just going to kind of keep my knee pretty low in relation to my hip, but you can go wherever you want. And then the whole goal here is to work the groin, right? So if you get that knee up enough, then you're going to try to keep pressing this hip toward the mat. And that's what we're trying to work on. Just kind of opening up in the groin. So I'm going to leave you to that one. I'm going to bring mine back down, but just try to keep, the goal is keeping everything else relaxed. If you get into something that's hard, sometimes we start to go like, and then all that tension comes in. So I just want this to be a nice, easy inner thigh stretch. Again, the foot can be touching the other leg. It can be out in line with the knee or anywhere in between. And then slowly bring the leg back in. Now before you straighten it, I want you to just bend the knee and reach back with the same hand and just see if you can touch it. I don't want you to grab a strap. We're barely here for a second. I just want you to reach back and see like if you can feel the heel. Yeah, that's too much for me. Stretch that leg back out when you're done and then bring the forehead back down. Again, hands either under the forehead or anywhere on the mat, but we're going on to the other side. I can do a little bit more on this side. So bring that knee up and out. You see it? And once you get that position, then you want to gently press the hip, the inside hip, like the groin area, just gently pressing toward the mat. This will help us with those tree poses, although I'm not sure we're going to get a tree pose today. I have something else in mind, but working that external external rotation is always good. Okay, a couple more breaths here. And then when you bring that right leg back in, keep the knee bent. Just reach back with your right hand and see if you can get near the foot. Maybe you touch the back of the leg. Again, just kind of want you to measure for yourself. See where you can go. Can you touch that heel? If you can't touch it at all, no big deal. All right, stretch that leg back down. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. We're going to inhale to cobra one more time. So whenever you're ready, little contraction on the belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push yourself back into child's pose. We haven't even been here yet. But go ahead and ease into that. This is a hard one for my knee right now. So this is one thing you can do, and I know Lynn, this is something I think that you used to do, but a lot of people will take a pillow or something behind the knees, and that kind of gives you a little bit higher thing to sit on if you can't get into that child's pose. And then just take a breath or two here with the arms extended. And then let's walk both hands over to one edge. So we know that that opposite hand is the one we're trying to get the stretch from, definitely through the side of the shoulder, kind of attaching into the chest here and also attaching into the back. The head stays relaxed. And then go to the other side, same thing. And then back to the middle. And then we're just going to kind of come on up to our hands and knees and work a little bit here. So get everything lined up. Want to have those arms long. Don't rotate the elbows too far forward. Elbows points to the side. Now, pull the shoulders from the ears. Try to keep the hips right over the knees. You don't want the knees too far apart or too close together. Now take a breath in and lengthen from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Exhale, let's go into cat pose. Arch up, pull the belly in. Inhale, go to cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. So go through those two. Let's see where we are. Go through those two a couple times. And then we're going to come back to a straight back here, just staying on all fours a little bit longer. Opposite arm and leg balance. Whenever you're ready, one arm, opposite leg. Inhale as you lift them up. Exhale as you place them down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, extend. And exhale, lower. Other side, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Each one more time. Make sure the belly is engaged here. Keep yourself from wobbling. Now come back to all fours. Take a breath in and out. Take one more inhale to prepare. On the exhale, we're coming into our downward dog, but we're not walking the hands forward. We're just going to tuck our toes under and press back. So it might feel a little shorter than what you normally do. That's okay. I want the goal here to be working the heels toward the mat. And take some time here. Don't go too fast. Press that heel down. You can move the head around a little bit. We're really focusing on lower body right now. Push that other heel down. Do each one again. Start to lengthen by pressing both heels down. And then let's walk the hands back and come into a little forward bend here. Grab your opposite elbows and hang. Twist the body a little bit one side and then the other. And then notice if you're feeling stuff happening in the back and the hips. Then bring the hands to the mat, let the head hang. Keep the hands here for support and let the knees bend a little bit, keeping the heels down. And then straighten the knees. And again, let the knees bend a little bit. And straighten. Do that one more time. And then we're going to roll it up, up, up. Roll those shoulders up and back. And then just going to walk to the top of the mat. Have your blocks handy if you might need them for some warrior work. So we haven't really gone through our whole flow yet on the mat for warming up. So we're going to do it slowly, starting from mountain pose. And so it might, it definitely is a little bit more work than when we do the whole thing starting from hands and knees, downward dog. So just move slowly. All right, and if you kind of get to the point where it's a little bit more than your body wants today, then you can just, stay upright and join us, or you can even just stay from the hands and knees and get there the same way. But we're just going to start. Find that perfect mountain pose. You're now at the top of the mat. Make sure the feet are aligned properly. We take things for granted that our body knows exactly what to do every time. But sometimes, you kind of look down and you're like, oh, why do I have my feet like that? That's not quite right. Most of the time we feel it when something's not aligned the way we're used to, but just take a sec. Stand tall, broaden the chest, pull the shoulders apart from each other, and then let them drop down. Pull the neck longer so you get a little taller. Roll the shoulders up and back. All right, take the arms away from you. They're going to float up. Hands are going to meet. We're going to exhale, bringing those hands to the heart, and slowly come into our forward bend again. Now inhale, lift halfway. You can use blocks here or the front of the legs as you straighten the back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, roll back up. So take your time. Head comes up last, arms out and up, and they come together again. And back to the heart. And back to mountain pose. Take a breath here, in and out. And next inhale, arms up. We're going to roll down a second time. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Bring your hands to the mat. Slowly step back into a modified plank or full plank. You choose where you want to be. First one here. Inhale, try to lift the heart just a tiny bit. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale to cobra. This should feel pretty good by now. Exhale, child's pose. Again, ease into that child's pose. Take 2 more breaths. Come back to downward dog. 3 breaths here. And then walk your feet back to the top of the mat. Come back to your forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rolling up again. Arms coming over the head, meeting at the heart, coming to mountain pose. So maybe feeling a little warmer now, ready to do a little more, maybe. Take the arms up. You can still roll down into your forward bend, or you can dive, leading with your heart. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward bend, stepping into our plank again, full or modified. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Come to downward dog when you're ready. Lengthen everything. Hands and feet are the full distance now. Take the right foot up. And bring it back down. Inhale, exhale, full downward dog. Left foot up. And back down. Inhale, exhale. Walk the feet back to the top of the mat. Come to your forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Pause. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Tighten more here. Bring the arms and reach alongside you or away from the body. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, 1 more. Exhale, forward bend. Rolling up or extended back. Reverse dive as we come all the way up. Maybe a little easy back bend here. Hand to the heart. Back to mountain pose. Maybe feeling a little warmer, I hope. So when we get into our plank this time, we've got side planks opening, and then we're going to get into a little bit of warrior work. Again, ease into it if you need to. Full breath in and out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, rolling down or diving into that forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend, stepping into our plank. Now hold that plank. Side plank opening to the left. So right hand or elbow coming under you. Right leg for support, left leg back. Off the floor or on. Can also be here. Remember, we want the elbow onto the shoulder if we're choosing this option. Come back to your full plank. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, inhale again, sorry. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. 3 breaths. All right, downward dog again, or downward dog. Now we gotta go to the left side too. I wanna keep things even. And make sure we hit both sides. So come to your plank again. Side plank, other side. Same thing. Left hand or elbow under your left shoulder. Taking this left knee across. Again, option to bring the foot up or not. I'm going to stay right here. Come back to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. So, hang out there. Here's what's going to happen. We started a few minutes late, so I'm going to go a little bit longer. I hope that's okay. Not real long, but we're going to get to our downward dog next and transition into lunges and warriors. So, think about that. If that's how you want to approach it today, stay with me. If not, you might want to hang in all fours position until you see where we're going, and then join. So we're going to come to downward dog. I want you to step your right foot forward to a high lunge. So as you come up, you're balanced on the ball of that left foot in the back. If this is too far and you're just kind of all over the place, just step in. The goal is to be balanced here. All right, bring the arms up when you're ready. If that's not working for you, keep them here. Keep them down. All right, here we go. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, open to warrior two. So opening up to the side right away. Turn the body. Look over that right hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Side angle pose. Extended or regular, I'm staying right here today. Inhale, back to warrior two. Take a breath or two here. All right, prepare, inhale. Exhale, turn to warrior one. So square it back up. Move those feet apart. They're no longer lined up together. Take a breath in. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze the back. Lift the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into your high lunge again. Tighten up through the middle. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Left arm reaching around to the front, right arm behind us. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale to downward dog. So drop the hands. Make your way into downward dog however you can. And then take a little break in child's pose. I'm going to flip around to the other side. All right. When you're ready, come to downward dog. Stretch it all out again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step that left foot through. Come up to a high lunge. Find the balance on the left. Bring the arms up, shoulders down. So try to find that balance. Always working here. It's never relaxed here when we're trying to transition in and out of our poses. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, open to warrior two. Again, I don't have a great bend on this knee. Do what you can. Look over that left hand. Reverse warrior, left arm up. Back to warrior two. Side angle pose, lean in, take the right arm up or extended. Keep pressing this left knee forward and to the left. Inhale, back to warrior two. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, turn to warrior one. Square to the front again. Take a breath in. Exhale into cactus arms. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach up. Come back to your high lunge. Bring that heel off the mat. Find your balance again. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to the front. Exhale, downward dog. Drop those hands. Step back into your downward dog, however you want to get there. And then walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come into your forward bend again. I'm going to go back to this side. Then I recommend that you have your blocks on either side of the mat. We're going to balance, but then when we get back down, we're going to do a kneeling lunge, so you might want those blocks handy. So, let's just do tree pose today. I didn't realize how far into class we were time-wise. We did warm up the hips a little bit with that half frog pose. So go ahead and whenever you're ready, decide which leg you want to work on. All right, you want to balance on first. Remember, the goal is to have the knee pressing out, not the foot coming so high. If you can do both, great. If not, if you have to choose one or the other, go lower, press that knee out. Get tall again, hand to the heart. Find that focal point. Can be up or down. Don't drop the head, just the eyes. Take the arms up if you like. If your balance is just awesome, enjoy it. You're struggling a little bit today, don't hesitate to restart it, right? Bring that foot down, you can start it over. And then we're going to come to mountain pose in between. Try the other side. Get tall first. Turn the knee out. I'm staying real low on this one. Hand to the heart. Find that focal point. Come back to mountain pose if you've done both. Come back to the top of your mat. All right. So we're going to make our way down. As I said, we're going to do some kneeling lunges. Possibly you might want to use your block. We'll probably do the one where we're kneeling and we stretch over to the side. So the blocks are very handy on that. So find the mountain pose. Take 2 more breaths in and out. Take the arms up, inhale. Dive into that forward bend, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Hand to the mat, step into your plank again. Go through this little vinyasa one last time on your own. You're going to end up in child's pose. Now, as you come out of that, you're going to bring your right foot forward, left knee stays back. You want to have the block kind of in line with the hips. Start out with a lunge. Ooh, can't do that one. Or can't do it so far. I'm going to keep it right here. So take the arms up, find your balance. If it's not there, again, use your blocks. Now, we're going to stretch to the right. So right knee is forward. Right hand comes to the block. Inhale, stretch the left hand up a little bit, and then go over to the right. So you're doing that side stretch here. Now, as you come out of it, both hands are on both blocks. Lift the toes up of the right foot. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale, ease into it. All right, we're going to come out of that. Right leg comes back. Left knee comes forward. Set your blocks high again outside the hips. Get balance in your left lunge, kneeling lunge. Left hand goes to the left block. Inhale, reach the right hand up a little more. Exhale, stretch over to your left. So we're stretching to the left, but we're feeling this on the right. I hope you're feeling it all through the right hip, on the IT band of the right leg, the side body, the right shoulder, even the neck a little bit. Inhale, come back up, shift your weight back, use both blocks, half forward bend, or sometimes they call this a half split. Remember, we don't want to be rounded over way back here. Lengthen that body and let gravity pull your body forward. And as you come out of it, bring that leg around back. We're just gonna, let's just come into our seated position again. We're gonna do just one forward bend before we get back down on the mat. So take the arms up first, inhale. Exhale, forward bend, reach as far as you can. Keep working it by lengthening the spine and easing forward. All right, as we come out of it, we're gonna roll on down to the back or get down there however you can. Once you get all the way down, hug your knees into your chest. Feel that back now lengthening, widening, every direction, spreading it out. Roll a little bit, activate it if you want to. Take both feet up. Let's flex and point them both. Circle the ankles one way and the other. All right, let's keep the right knee in. Let's let that left leg go all the way down. Hold that knee in. Let the back of the leg relax. Now prepare on the next inhale. Open your right arm. Exhale, twist, bring the right knee over to the left. Right arm and shoulder stay down. If you want to look to the right, you can, or you can keep the eyes up. Whatever. This right foot is connected to the left knee though. Don't drop it onto the floor. All right, now turn onto the right again. Come to thread the needle. This is your option to take the foot up or not. All right, and we're going to uncross and bring both knees in again. Going right into the left side, so keep the left knee in. Let that right leg slowly stretch out. Take a breath in and out. All right, prepare, open the left arm, inhale, exhale, twist to the right, left knee coming across, left shoulder staying down. All right, come onto your back again. Thread the needle, this time that left foot's on the right knee, whatever level you want to be at. It's almost 10 o'clock. If you have to go time-wise, I do understand. Uncross the legs and stretch them out. I'm going to have us do one more thing if you're going to stay with me, but I promise it won't take very long. All right, uncross. Pull both knees into the chest again. I want you to do one more twist with the legs together this time. You choose if you want your feet on the mat as you begin, or your feet off the mat. So whenever you're ready, take the breath in. Exhale, both knees go to your left. Right leg is on top. And then inhale, bring the knees up. And exhale, drop them to the left. No, to the right. Left knee's on top. All right, inhale, bring the knees back up. Hug them to the chest one last time. And then we're just going to bring the feet down and stretch the legs out. Take the arms overhead. Let's get that full body stretch as we inhale. So from the fingertips down to the toes, you want to get every long muscle engaged. Exhale, let everything relax, but keep the arms overhead. Take a breath in and out. And full body stretch, inhale. And exhale again. We've got one more. Let's see how much we can get out of it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. Bring those arms now lower than the shoulders and let the legs move apart a little bit. Let the feet drop open. Let the hands just kind of relax. Fingers might curl in a little bit. We're just going to take a breath or two here. Get as comfortable as you can. Let go of all the tension. Eyes are closed. Even if we can only have a couple minutes of this, it's so beneficial to our bodies, to our minds. Just breathe in. On those exhales, we're still working through and letting go of tension that we might feel. Do a couple more. All right. Take a deeper breath in and out. If you actually want to stay on your mat a little bit longer, feel free to do that. But as we do transition to come back up and start moving, we want it to be slow and gentle. So we just want to start moving the fingers a little bit, move the toes a little bit. Get some movement going. And the movements can become a little bigger with the whole hand, the feet. When you come up, use as little energy as possible. I'm going to say namaste to you. I'm going to come over to the mat. Again, as you happen to be hanging out, staying in Savasana, enjoy that. Can